Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the first disc dyeing video of the channel. Disc dyeing is something that I've been really getting into the last little while. As you can see behind me, I've got some discs on the wall and on the dresser. There's some of my dyes that I've been doing. Today we're going to be doing a shaving cream method on a Westside Disc Giant. So the Giant is a distance driver that I've been really keen on lately. I was looking for an overstable driver slot in my bag. Tried out the Westside's Catapult and the Westside's World, and they were a little bit too understable for me. But I recently had a chance to try out the Giant in Wellington, and I loved it, so I've picked up a couple more. Today we're going to be dyeing a pink VIP Giant. So let's head on downstairs to my dyeing setup and get going. Alright guys, we're downstairs in my dyeing setup. I've got this tray of core flute. I've tucked up the edges and it's kind of like my little messy area so I don't get the rest of the house dirty. Also got some newspaper down just in case any dye escapes the tray. Keep the table nice and clean. Here we have a couple of mediums. I've got the shaving foam and I've got some glue. I think I might do the shaving cream method on this one with some dry powder. First time I've done that one, so that should be interesting. First things first, let's get the gloves on so I don't get my hands all dyed up. All set to go. Shaving foam. This one's nice and easy. Got a mixing bowl here. I've done a few discs with this foam, so it's not the strongest stream out of the can. But because we're going to do a cone dye with the dry powder, I shouldn't need too much. I don't really have to fill a full disc. So we'll start with this much. Might need to add a little bit more, but just add a touch of water. That's quite a lot, but should be all right for now. Mix it in. Now the goal here is to get it nice and smooth. That's pretty good. Might just add a touch more shaving foam. Come on, buddy. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, looking good. So I think I'm going to use my Moonlighter Frisbee for this one. I think it was a glow disc that we got secondhand, but it doesn't glow anymore. Now I've not actually done a cone dye before, so hopefully this has enough structural stability to stay up in the middle. Okay. I'm not quite sure how much to put in, but I'll give it a good amount. We obviously want it to extend out to the edges of the disc once it gets pushed in. Pretty good, I think. See if we need any more. Shape it into a bit of a cone in the center of this Frisbee. Sometimes I feel like I'm decorating a cake when I'm doing this. Looks pretty good. I don't know actually how like angled the bottom has to be. Let's just give it a nice round. This is actually kind of handy. I've got the stamp of the Frisbee that I can use as a bit of a guide to get my round base evened out. Might be something to look out for if you use Frisbee or Ultimate discs. They generally have that circular stamp on the bottom, or on the top, but you can see through some of them. Now I'm not looking for perfection with this. I'm actually going to twist the disc as I put it in to get that pinwheel effect of the dry dye. I don't care if it's a little bit broken in places because it's a bit more abstract than other ones. I'm not actually in much control, which is the difference with shaving cream designs. You have a lot less control because you're just kind of putting it on the bed and then just hoping for the best. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. A little cone. So for this one, I'm doing a pink disc. So obviously it won't show up any brighter colors, and some colors might make it a little bit muddy and gross. So I'm gonna go for a lilac, which is purple, and so that might kind of be a nice complementary color. And then also a bit of black to give it a bit of contrast. Okay, so looks like this packet's actually tipped out a bit inside the box. Actually, I'm gonna grab one thing. I'll be back. All right, we're back. Got some cotton tips. So these are really handy for dusting the powder on. Okay, so here's my lilac. So at this stage, I don't actually need to worry about any kind of pattern because the spiral is going to happen when I put the disc on. I'm actually going to twist it as the disc goes onto the bed. So I'm just going to dip this into my powder, get some up. Just going to tap it on. So I might do the purple all over, give it a nice even spread. And then I'm thinking I might do the black kind of in stripes and see if that comes through when it gets twisted on. The black can almost be kind of like a Huck Lab sort of spiral within the lilac. Looks like a cappuccino. A little bit more over there. Nice. Okay, so that's the lilac done. Now time for some black. I find the iDye Poly Black doesn't really go super dark with this method. I've done some other ones previously and the black kind of goes purple, especially on the pink discs, so hopefully it's not all purple. But obviously you'd hope that with black and lilac they would dye differently. All right, so I might go with like a 3-stripe situation. Some down there. Some there. And lastly, down there. Cool. All right, I might get some close-ups of that for you. So now's the moment of truth, putting the disc into the die. So for this one, I want the spiral to go the way that the disc flies. So I want the tail of the spiral to be coming towards me, which means if you look at the stamp, I want the spiral to go from the S to the W in that direction because it's going to fling that way and the spiral is going to come from the S to the W. So when I put it in, I want it to be spiraling from the S to the W. At least in theory. Let's hope that this works. But that makes sense in my mind. If it's on the top, from the S to the W, when you flip it over and you go from the S to the W, it's like backwards because you're looking at it from upside down. All right. So I'm going to put it in and at the same time, I'm going to swirl it. Hey guys, just editing the footage and I know that you saw it. I did the disc the wrong way. So remember folks, double check when you're about to spin a disc that you're turning it the right way. All right, back to the dyeing. Keep it going. Oh, and already I can see that this looks awesome. Which is always nice when it looks awesome before you're even done. Look at that. Oh baby. I probably could have even put some more around here. Which is the cool thing about premium plastic transparent discs is that you can kind of see what you're going to get. So I'm going to leave this one for probably about, I don't know, 16 hours. We'll see how we go. Maybe I'm just going to push that in a little bit more. Make sure it's right on the edge. Yeah, that's sweet. Cool. All right, I'll let that sit to the side. All right guys, there you go. We've dyed the disc. We're going to check back in about 16 hours. And see how it looks. Okay, we have waited about 20 hours. It's the next day. Let's get this one outside, put it in the tub, and we'll see what we have. Let's go. Okay, you can see there, you can already see what we're gonna get. I reviewed the footage from when I put the dye on, and I know I did it the wrong way, but it's still gonna look really cool. So this one's really simple. With the shaving cream, you just pop it straight in. Got a little rag in here to wipe it all off. There we have it. So it's pretty subtle, but it's got a nice swirl to it. We'll take this one upstairs and I can show you in the studio lights. Okay, we've just come inside from dyeing the disc, and without further ado, here it is. Look at that. So I'm pretty stoked with this one, obviously apart from doing it the wrong way around. The cone style of dye with the shaving cream worked really well. It kind of spread out and made some streaks going out to the edge of the rim. And the 3 black stripes also worked really well. They're not super black, but I think it still turned out really well. This way is a super simple, easy but effective way of dyeing discs, so if you're new, give it a shot. Cool, so thank you so much for watching this first disc dyeing video on the channel. It's been super fun. Let me know if you want me to do any more dyes, any other kinds of discs or techniques you want to see. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.